Good morning. Today we're going to be doing things a little bit differently. I decided to make a video for our guided practice on combining like terms. Remember that when we're combining like terms, they need to have the same variable. For instance, we have 4x and 3x have the same variable, so they are like terms. We could circle those and say we have 2w and 7w. Those are like terms. Also remember that constants can have like term, are also like terms, so numbers by themselves. Also really important that we remember that negatives and positives belong with the term, and we'll be practicing that in some of the future problems. Let's start with this one, our 2n plus 3 plus 4n. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to circle my first variable term, and I see it's 2n, so I'm going to look for a term that is a like term. So I'm looking for anything with an n, and I see that we have this 4n. Remember to circle the sign in front of it. So now we have 2n plus 4n, and we just add the coefficients. 2 plus 4 gives us 6n, and then just bring down the plus 3 because there's nothing that goes with it. And that is how we combine like terms. Here's some practice problems for us to do. I want you to go ahead and write down number 1, 7s plus 2 plus 6s. And again, we are going to use that method of circling. So I'm going to start with my first variable term, which is 7s. And I'm looking through the rest of the expression to see if there's any like terms, and I see this plus 6s. Now what I do, I add my coefficients. 7 plus 6 gives us 13. We get 13s. And then we will be practicing underlining our constants. When we have a plus 2, we just bring that down. And that's the end of that problem. We get 13s plus 2. For number 2, go ahead and write this one down. 9b minus b. And you'll notice here we do have a negative number that we're going to be working with. All right, just like we did before, I'm circling that first variable term that I see, which is 9b. And now when we look at this negative b, it has a b, so it is a like term. The one thing we don't see is a coefficient. But we're going to circle it, and then we'll determine what is that coefficient. Well, it's just a 1, because we do see that there is 1b. And again, what we do, we take and we subtract or add our coefficients. And in this case, we get 9 minus 1. And we get 8b. Moving on to example 3 and 4, write down number 3, 4q plus 9 minus 5q plus 3. Again, we're going to be looking for that first variable term, and we're going to circle it. 4q. We look through the rest of the expression to see if we have any other q's. And we do see this negative 5q, so I'm going to circle that. Again, we do have a negative number, but that's okay. We're just going to take, that would be 4 minus 5, because we're just adding or subtracting the coefficients. So on our calculator, we're going to get a negative 1q. And when we go to our constants here, I have a plus 9, and I'm looking for any other numbers that are by themselves that I can add to that 9 or take away from that 9. And I have a plus 3. So now we just add 9 plus 3, which is a plus 12. One thing about this one that we need to be aware of is we won't see a 1 written next to a variable by itself. So we're going to write this as negative q plus 12. Should make that. And that's how we simplify it fully. If you write it that way with the negative 1, it will not be wrong. Just it looks cleaner when you take that 1 away. All right, number 4. Go ahead and write this one down. 7d minus 3d plus 9 minus 8. Still going to use the same strategy, circling my first variable term that I see, which is a d. Now we're looking for other d's. And right next door, we have a negative 3d. And we're going to subtract these. Again, remember, it's 7 minus 3, which gives us 4d. Now we'll move on to our variable, or our non-variable terms, sorry, the constants, and we have a plus 9 and a minus 8. So this is 9 minus 8, which gives us a plus 1. And that ends those examples.